It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Looking at the Thunder, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before, Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning this season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
You can hear the roar here in Oklahoma City. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. The defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Parker in at the point guard. Here's Roberson. Kicks to Durant. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Durant with it, guarded now by Duncan. Shot, high post, and Durant gets it to go. Durant's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Thunder.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Here's Roberson. He kicks it to Adams. The pass to Westbrook. There's the dish to Robertson. They get it again. Outside Durant. Pass to Westbrook. It's another look. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be. And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injury.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Greg, in the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart and his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is, it's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden, those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times.
Durant attacking. That's good.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now here's Parker. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it? Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now here's Leonard. Picked away. Outside Westbrook. The feed to Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Adams dishes to Westbrook. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. And the rejection by Leonard. Outside, Green feeds it to Duncan. Passes it to Parker. And it's Leonard, top of the key. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
They'll be up against a future Hall of Famer in Tim Duncan in this one, and I asked him how Duncan changes what they do on the defensive end. He relayed that he told his guys not to be over-aggressive with him in the post, saying, if we start biting on every fake he throws our way, we'll all be in foul trouble. We can't let that happen. We'll see if they can avoid just that, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Parker kicks to Leonard. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got 7 points in the game. Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook with it. Ibaka right side. Roberson played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here's Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Parker against Westbrook. Dishes it to Durant. knocks down the 10-footer. He has 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level, and Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
Well, we got a moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. 3rd in field goal percentage, 3rd in opponent offense, and they showed up in the top 5 in free throw shooting. This is a team that took advantage of getting to the line.
And as you said, there weren't many teams that scored with the efficiency that they did last season. They did a great job of being selective and working for the best possible shot.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Thunder. Dion Waiters comes in for Roberson. The Spurs also with the sub. Ginobili's checked in. Parker kicks to Duncan. Baseline try. That's tipped. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter. Parker against Westbrook. 5 on the clock. A 3 from Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 5 assists tonight. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Westbrook a screen on Leonard. And Westbrook, here we go, and that one's good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Parker against Westbrook. Ginobili outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Now here's Westbrook. Durant kicks to Waiters. For 3, Westbrook. The rebound by the Spurs. Ginobili outside. No good with the triple. Thunder trailing by 5. The drive by Kanter. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Inside, here's Aldridge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
First free throw is good. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. He's off on the second.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Shots good by Waiters.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Now Mills. Down low, here's Diaw, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line. Well, as Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
San Antonio making a switch here. West is checked in. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Now, here's Mills. Diaw, the screen. Mills can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Spurs leading by 3.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Leonard, no luck.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Raiders on the wing. No one near him. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Mills with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Nobody near Leonard, and it's Leonard again missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Singler left side, shot to end this cold run. The basket is good, the assist from Augustine. Singler's got his first points in this one. Ginobili up top. He's guarded by Waiters. Ginobili against Waiters. Ginobili attacking, and that one's good. Ginobili's got 5.
How can you stop that? With a crossover that quick, that lightning quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of that.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They're up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy. Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for San Antonio. Green out there with West. Then it's Mills. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Aldridge in at the 5 spot. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange, because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factoring he, along with Westbrook, 2 guys who had been really the model of durability.
Right,
health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
That free throw good from Durant.
You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
Duncan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And thinking about how much Durant has played, that 97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for. You wonder if it just wore down his body. And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Parker against Westbrook. From past the arc. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Durant.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Aldridge a screen. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Parker outside. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And the shot is good. And the Spurs lead by 5.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
It's Durant with the drive. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Over in the corner, Green. Off target from outside. Thunder trailing by 3. And Westbrook, here we go. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Parker against Westbrook. The pass to Aldridge. He feeds it to Mills. No good with the triple.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Westbrook with the block. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 12-4 run. Ibaka outside. To the paint. It's deflected. It's stolen by Duncan. And here's Mills. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. With the fadeaway. No good from Duncan.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor. There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and of course the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
And Mills kicks to Parker. It's tipped. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside Durant. Out left to the wing. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Serge Ibaka, 3rd.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Then for the Spurs, Boris Diaw checked in for Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Patty Mills. And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 14-6 run.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged. You can see the eye contact there, gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be. In talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. But you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
Well, when you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor. You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Leonard attacking, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Clark, they've dialed it in here in the second quarter, playing really well.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Tim Duncan.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now, here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. They get it back. Cantor, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And the Thunder making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. David West, he's checked in for Tim Duncan. That's good from Cantor.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
Here's Collison. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Ginobili with the ball. And it's Waiters picking him up to the middle. Deflects the pass. Augustine with the steal. Here's Waiters. Steps back and shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Here's Leonard. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Thunder leading by 6. Collison with the screen for Waiters. Singler passes to Collison. Waiters against Parker. Waiters no luck. The Spurs have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And he gets it to go. 14 points for Leonard.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Tight game here in Oklahoma City. Kicks it to Singler. Collison with a screen on Parker. Singler, no good.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Cantor with a screen on Ginobili. Here's Waiters. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Waiters got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll. And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season. And checking out the numbers for Manu Ginobili. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 10 points a game last year, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
56 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Leonard, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Augustine dishes to Cantor. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. No coverage that time. And it's now only a 1-point Thunder lead. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. There's the screen. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Diaw's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Leonard on the wing. Trying to find Parker. He's got it now. Here's West. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 6 points for David West.
his ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the replay center in Secaucus giving us the perfect angle, and he wasn't quick enough on his release, it would appear. That extra little split second made the difference.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Spurs lead by 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. He put last game's performance behind him, doing some nice work in the opening period tonight. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing, so no problem here tonight.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
You know, 2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Leonard has been playing really well. 16 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor.
Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
Here's Westbrook. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist in this one.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Screen by Ibaka. Durant kicks to Ibaka. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And now a 3-point Thunder lead.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Green passes to Aldridge. No luck. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
It's been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. Tough start.
Durant, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Clock at 6, and here's Leonard from 3. Score the basket, his 8th, 8 for 13 from the floor.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
There's the dish to Durant. To the inside. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Parker with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Aldridge. That doesn't go either for Aldridge.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Outside Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. He dishes it to...
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Leonard kicks to Green. Pass to Duncan. Ibaka against Leonard. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Stolen by Westbrook. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Robertson dishes to Durant. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Green kicks to Duncan. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 5. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Leonard again missing.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
For a long time in San Antonio, it's been about the big 3, and rightfully so with all their wins, and Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi and the big 3 recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, they'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely. Westbrook kicks to Adams. It's stolen by Duncan. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Adams. And oh, here comes Durant all alone. Finished off the break. Durant's got 9 points here in the second half. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big 3, but to think of himself as the big 1.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And it's Parker in the corner. Aldridge, no one around him. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 8 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team.
The Spurs have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Double team on Parker. Duncan kicks to Aldridge. And another basket for San Antonio.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Westbrook with it. He's got 16. Shot from the low block. Ibaka. Green with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Double team on Parker. Aldridge with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Aldridge drives in. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Second free throw, no good.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
Cantor sets the pick for Augustine. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot, and Cantor throws it down. Guys, we're not through 3/4 of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. In the third spot, the Spurs.
Boy, I thought, Kevin, they had great productivity from their shooters last year. The guys they were counting on to knock down a high percentage of their shots, they did that. And they hope to see those same kinds of numbers this year.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Looking at the game Aldridge has been having, he has 12 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road, but 22-19, still not too bad.
San Antonio's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Mills passes to Aldridge. From 11 feet away, excellent D from Cantor.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Augustine up top. He's covered by Ginobili. Now Augustine, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Waiters. That 3 off the mark. San Antonio trailing here. Right wing. The drive by Aldridge. But they'll get another chance. The feed to Mills. West to screen on Augustine. Passes to Aldridge. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's the screen. Feeds to Waiters. Here's the 3. That's good. Waiters got 8 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Look who's coming onto the court. It's your Thunder Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He told the guys that he wanted their offense to run through Cantor. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris. Shot's good by Mills.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
OKC, make some noise for your Thunder Girls.
Moment now to see some numbers for West. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
Well, he realizes his role. I mean, rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else is a bonus.
Augustine dishes to Collison. Pass to Waiters. There's a screen by Cantor. And Waiters kicks to Cantor. West with some nice D. Spurs have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. He kicks to Mills. Back to West. Shoots from the line. And off the front iron, and in it goes. West has got 8 points.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And Augustine kicks to Singler. There's a screen by Cantor. Waiters against Green. Back to Singler. Fires at the elbow. David West grabs the miss.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
From deep. Missed. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Spurs up 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started.
All that rapping pay your bill. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bill. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now
Oklahoma City trailing on the court for San Antonio. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Duncan out there with West, and it's Leonard in its small forward. They get it back. And here is Parker. Dishes to Leonard. Pulls up from the corner, and that one swishes right in. Leonard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Spurs. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Now here's Parker. It's stolen by Adams. It's Westbrook with the drive. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Parker double-teamed. West kicks to Duncan. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Augustine passes to Westbrook. Here's Augustine. Back to Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades. Westbrook missing again.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Leonard kicks to Duncan. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Duncan with the screen for Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Duncan misses.
Boy, he really bungled that finish. Nice numbers here from Duncan. He has 8 points and 4 steals. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today?
Well, no way to argue it. Tim Duncan, Clark, has been a winner his whole career. He's sharp mentally, and he's got the great tenacity on the floor. Only the greats have those qualities.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think media members still underestimate his will to win. You don't do what he's done without a real laser-focused approach.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Augustine. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Parker. And Westbrook, here we go. And that one goes long.
You know, interesting, guys, to illustrate Duncan and how he just wins. I mean, Spurs went 8-10 in December of 2014. That marked only the 3rd losing month ever for Tim Duncan.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Clock at 6. And it's Aldridge missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
They set the pick. Parker against Westbrook. Lets it fly. Another miss by Westbrook.
And that stat you said about Duncan and losing months says a lot about both him and his team. I mean, he has been the leader of this Spurs franchise since day one and deserves all the praise you can give him.
To end the drought. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. Really helps when you are the show in a city.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
And even though the injuries hurt the Thunder, last year at home they were still as strong as ever. I mean, a home record of 29-12 is pretty darn good. Unfortunately, they were in a very tough Western Conference.
Here's Aldridge. Goes up again, and Green with the lay-in.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
And part of why the Thunder were so good at home was their attention to detail on the defensive end of the floor. They were a top 5 defense at home. They had the best rebound differential in the league at home.
Here's Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Shooting for Oklahoma City, LaMarcus Aldridge, taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Aldridge. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
No good on the second free throw.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
And Westbrook, here we go. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
Here's Aldridge. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Ibaka, the pass to Adams. Screen by Ibaka. Durant kicks to Westbrook to tie it up. And it's good. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
And Duncan gets it to go in.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Oklahoma City's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here's Robertson, guarded by Green. And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Chance there to take the lead, missing. For San Antonio, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Aldridge. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Cantor checked in for the Thunder. And San Antonio also making a switch. Ginobili's checked in. And that one misses.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which is giving him some free throw opportunities.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Westbrook shoots from 12. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Serge Ibaka. The Spurs have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Aldridge a screen. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Leonard kicks to Ginobili. And it's Durant with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. For 3, Westbrook. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's blocked. Second shot opportunity. Parker's shot is off.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Duncan with it. Cantor covering. Aldridge with a screen on Durant. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Oklahoma City's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Cantor with a screen on Parker. Off the pick. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Now it's a 3-point Thunder lead.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Aldridge dishes to Parker. Parker double-teamed. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Aldridge against Ibaka. 5 to shoot. Duncan misses. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And Roberson kicks to Durant. Again, the Thunder score. Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
They need this. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Ginobili.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Durant with it. And the pass to Ibaka. He feeds it to Westbrook. Pulls up. Again, the Thunder score.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Coming out of the court, it's your Thunder Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
.119 left in the fourth. Parker double-teamed. Leonard against Cantor. Ginobili kicks to Duncan. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. And that's 15 points for Duncan.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Durant, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
What a performance from Durant here. He's got 26 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Kicks it to Aldridge, to the left wing. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker passes to Ginobili. Leonard, it falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And he commits the intentional foul. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Here's Parker. Clark, no room for error
Kevin,
here.
got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Aldridge. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. The dish to Westbrook. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Duncan dishes to Leonard. From the arc. Great D that time from Durant. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, during that second half, we heard Coach calling for you to personally take over, saying, quote, it's KD time. How does that change your approach?
Well, I know I got to be aggressive, no matter if I'm making shots or missing them. I was trying to find my teammates and, be a decoy out there. So guys are making shots for us, and, we play great defense at the end.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. Getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.